She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about her, a mix of sensitivity, strength, and screen presence that naturally draws attention. Ilayda Alişan didn't rush into the spotlight. She stepped into it with purpose, gradually shaping one of the most promising acting journeys of her generation in Turkish television. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Ilayda Alişan was born on February 26, 1996, in Istanbul, Turkey. From an early age, she showed a strong curiosity for storytelling and performance. Unlike overnight sensations, her path was built through steady effort, auditions, and smaller roles that taught her patience and emotional control long before major recognition arrived. Her acting career began with minor appearances in television projects, but her first noticeable breakthrough came with roles in series like Kükür and Sampion, where she proved she could hold her ground alongside experienced casts. These performances revealed her ability to convey vulnerability and inner conflict with subtlety, a quality that quickly set her apart. The defining turning point in her career arrived with Masumiyet, where her portrayal of Ella Yüksel left a deep impact on audiences. The role demanded emotional intensity, psychological depth, and resilience, and Ilayda delivered with a maturity far beyond her years. The performance earned critical praise and firmly established her as a serious dramatic actress. Rather than staying confined to one tone, Ilayda continued expanding her range. She reached wider audiences with Seversin, embracing romantic comedy while maintaining emotional realism. Later, her role in Ateş Kuşları showcased a darker, more grounded performance, reflecting her willingness to take on socially driven and emotionally demanding narratives. Ilayda's career choices reveal a clear strategy. She prioritizes character depth over trend chasing, selecting scripts that challenge her emotionally instead of repeating safe formulas. This balance between mainstream visibility and meaningful storytelling has allowed her career to evolve steadily rather than burn quickly. Off-screen, her public image remains composed and authentic. She avoids excessive exposure, choosing to let her work speak louder than headlines. Her presence at brand campaigns and fashion events reflects elegance rather than extravagance, aligning with her calm and focused personality. Her lifestyle mirrors this discipline. Ilayda values balance, personal growth, and mental clarity. She maintains a low profile, invests time in self-development, and approaches her career with long-term vision rather than short-lived attention. With a growing international audience through digital platforms and streaming services, her influence continues to expand beyond Turkish television. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent work in television, advertising collaborations, and brand partnerships, built gradually through credibility and trust. What truly distinguishes Ilayda Alişan is her emotional intelligence on screen. She brings restraint, realism, and depth to her characters, allowing audiences to connect without exaggeration. This grounded approach has become her signature and a key reason for her rising respect within the industry. As of 2026, Ilayda Alişan stands as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation, not defined by hype, but by growth, discipline, and artistic intention. Her journey reflects patience over speed and substance over spectacle. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something quietly striking about her, a rare mix of softness, intelligence, and screen presence that naturally drew attention. Alina Boz didn't simply step into Turkish entertainment. She built her place with patience and precision, transforming early promise into one of the most refined acting journeys of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Alina Boz was born on June 14, 1998, in Moscow, Russia, and later moved to Turkey at a young age. Growing up between cultures, she developed a unique perspective and emotional awareness that would later shape her performances. Long before major sets and leading roles, she was drawn to language, expression, and storytelling, studying acting while balancing education and early auditions. Her acting journey began with supporting roles in television series, gradually building experience and visibility. Early projects such as Caesar Hemsire and Paramparka introduced her to audiences, but it was her role as Hazal in Paramparka that marked her first major breakthrough. The performance showcased her ability to portray emotional conflict and vulnerability well beyond her age, earning critical attention and a growing fan base. Rather than being boxed into one image, Alina continued to expand her range. She took on leading roles in projects like Elemi by Rakma, where she carried a long-running drama with emotional consistency, and later delivered darker, more complex performances in series such as Marasli and Bur Peri Masali. Each role reflected a deliberate step forward, revealing an actress focused on depth rather than repetition. Alina's approach to acting is defined by selectivity. She chooses characters that challenge her psychologically and emotionally, often gravitating towards stories centered on identity, resilience, and inner transformation. This careful decision-making has allowed her to mature on screen while maintaining credibility with both audiences and industry professionals. Off-screen, Alina's public image blends elegance with restraint. She maintains a calm, composed presence, avoiding unnecessary exposure while remaining active in fashion and brand collaborations. Her refined style and international appeal have made her a frequent choice for high-profile campaigns, while her brand partnerships remain aligned with her understated image. Her lifestyle reflects balance and focus. She values privacy, personal growth, and creative preparation, often stepping back from the spotlight between projects. This measured pace supports long-term consistency rather than short-lived hype. Alina's influence continues to grow beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a steadily expanding social media presence, she has become one of the most recognizable young faces in modern Turkish drama. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from acting and endorsements, built gradually through strategic career choices. What truly sets her apart is emotional subtlety. She brings quiet intensity to her characters, allowing silence, expression, and restraint to speak as loudly as dialogue. That understated strength defines her performances and distinguishes her in a competitive industry. As of 2026, Alina Boz stands not only as a leading actress of her generation, but as a symbol of controlled growth, artistic discipline, and quiet confidence in modern entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.